Vikings. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Now Jones. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now this throw caught left side, but he is out of bounds inside the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. One play action, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Trying to run forward with Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's right. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. operating from the gun. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to hit the football back again.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, a strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Jones. Being chased out left. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Play action. Pollard rolling to his right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. This is the tight end Fant. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
he's got his man. That's Hardman. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd down and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, Jones slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And all the way down to the the 26. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball's thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
This is caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Lux with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lux to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off play action. Jones. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Saquon Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Blankenship's kick is good. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Pollard eluding the pressure right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Quiddy Pay able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take it up at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st down, Fields completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Corey Littleton coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flushed out right. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity in the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Oh, Andrews has it. What a catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jones. They're trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they can't bring him down. Second straight interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off play action. Pollard. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking sideline, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd and 10, Jones slings this deep from McLaurin. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. But correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd down and goal. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop 1 pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on 1 and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. They'll run with Barkley, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. But able to get it to their 30-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble, the recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got 3. Now alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
On 1st down, Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.